skip it. See it or skip it. See it or skip it.
We have some pretty fun stuff with this. This is a story about a couple learning to re-love each other in a different way. How does a relationship evolve the older you get? What things change, what things don't? And are you looking back at those points to make sure that you got your side of the street clean, basically?
Yeah.
Will Arnett plays a dad that decides, you know what, I'm just going to start stand-up comedy.
Well, he doesn't really decide. Okay, I've got a lot of gripes with this.
Go on.
I know you are. Well, he does his stand-up comedy, and that's how he's trying to find an outlet to express himself through this. Like, this is rough. I don't know what I'm doing, if it's right. And he starts to develop a hobby for it, and he loves it. He gets in pretty easy, Rebecca?
Yeah, dog. So as someone who has done stand-up in New York City, you don't just walk into the Comedy Cellar and decide, I think I could do a type 5.
You don't just like write your name down and volunteer?
Well, I mean,
You can do that,
You
but
can't. There's open
unlikely.
mics.
Okay.
But like the Comedy Cellar, that's like
Yeah.
That is peak.
that's
Right.
like that's up there. Like,
Do you think
maybe-
they use the Comedy Cellar because it's recognizable?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. But I mean, maybe it's because he's a white guy, right? Like, you
Sure.
could just walk in and be good at it, and everybody loves it. Not been my experience.
And he's not very good at it.
He's okay.
He
He's
gets
okay.
Working on it. It's a
Yeah.
lot of like self-deprecating stuff and just my life's bad, and then a couple giggles.
It's just a lot of failing upwards,
Yeah.
which, okay.
that part aside, right?
Yeah.
I still think the relationship between him and Laura Dern is really great.
I love what they did with their whole marriage, about how, you know, they are separated, they're taking some time apart. He's moved into his own apartment in Midtown, essentially, and they find their way back to each other.
And honestly, it could go for so many contrivances, right? Like, oh no, my wife is at the stand-up act that I'm doing. It's like, oh, this is such a movie thing. And then the way it turns out, I'm like, that felt original. It felt fresh.
It did feel like a subversion of your typical couple is separating.
Isn't this crazy?
movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
how do we
actually
get along?
explore it in a way that feels real and lived in, and that is what's so great. So definitely make sure that you check that out. We'll be talking about it again in a couple weeks, but right now the reason we have it is because we got to speak with Laura Dern and Will Arnett about their roles, and maybe a couple questions about if they had one of their favorite actors go and do stand-up, what would that look like for them? That about does it for this episode too. This is part 1. We're going to be doing part 2 right after this. So with that being said, take a look.
I want to start with kind of a fun question. The film is centered around comedy, amongst other things, but if the two of you could start your own open mic night just for fellow actors, Will, what would you call that? And Laura, who would you want in the open mic?
Oh, man. What would I call the open mic night? I'd call it, I'd call it peeling the onion. I don't know. You know.
And I don't know why I just thought of Scotty, but I think
Scotty Eisnogel, Sean's husband. He's
yeah,
really funny.
I want to see him do stand-up because he's such a great actor.
He is a great actor.
Too. I mean, obviously, we know him as a musician. We know him as a composer, but Jesus, he was so
I'd like
great.
to see Sean Hayes do it too.
Yeah.
Sean Hayes would be good to see do it.
They'll both be there. And I'll be serving.
You'll be serving?
I'll be serving people.
I guess I'm working the door.
Yeah. I will not be standing up.
The film is about you two learning how to love each other differently. What did you each discover about how love can evolve when the shape of a relationship changes?
Well, I mean, we've talked about, this idea that the shape of the relationship changes based on we all are affected, we all change, and we're not shapeshifters, but the shape of us changes as we move through life and as we age, and if we kind of stop communicating and we stop understanding and stop really listening to who we are, we can become stuck in some kind of old story. I think that we need to be rigorous with ourselves and rigorously honest about who we are and where we are at all times, and look at our roles in stuff and look at our side of the street. And if we're not doing that, then it's a recipe for disaster.
I'm just thinking about it.
Please say ditto.
Ditto. But
Ditto
one thing I would just add is, because people have kindly said they feel our connection and our chemistry, and what the relationship holds or what we as friends and actors hold. And I would say about Will, as I've gotten to know him deeply from all we've shared in this journey, I think we share a trait that we can feel proud of about love. Whatever we've been through as characters and Will and Laura, we are not cynics about love.
No.
And that's a real blessing.
Yeah.
And I think whatever we've been through and whatever Tess and Alex have been through, there's a hopefulness in our belief in it that we got to learn from each other about and share. And that was a real, very cool blessing to discover.
Yeah.
It was a blessing to watch. I mean, the dynamic between you two is so good. It feels so lived in and so real. It's also about risk taking, risk in love, risk in finding your own passions. And I wanted to ask Laura, is there anything recently that was a risk to you that maybe you did on or off screen that scared you, but might have also set you free a little bit?
Oh my God, I hope he'll speak to this. Watching him do stand-up even in preparation to this was so brave and amazing.
Yeah, for me, just trying to give myself over to the process of doing this film and playing and sort of connecting with Alex and trying to access Alex on an emotional level and to allow myself to be available enough to try to be authentic in that way and express myself authentically emotionally as Alex. That was for me, that was a jumping off the cliff moment. Luckily, I had somebody holding my hand.
A very successful landing. Both of you are incredible. Thank you so much for giving me the time, and I can't wait for people to check this movie out.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.